Walk me through yesterday, meetings, players, a statement from the owner. Urban has his weekly radio show. Where are we with the Jags and Urban Meyer?
Well, Dan, this got off to a really poor start, especially earlier this season with the players. And so the latest, scandal or fiasco or whatever you want to call it has just exacerbated that. But a lot of players in that locker room felt that he came in acting like he knew everything, kind of denigrating them, denigrating other coaches, denigrating the NFL in general. And so when one player told me yesterday he didn't have a lot of credibility to begin with, that's what was being referred to. And then, of course, you start out, you lose a couple. They catch you on the hot mic telling another NFL head coach, man, it's like Alabama every week, which, in and of itself isn't a horrible thing to say, but kind of adds to the cascade of negative feeling in that locker room. Like, is this guy over his head? And then they also feel like he doesn't level with them all the time. And so you take all of that background, doesn't fly home with the team after a tough defeat, says he wants to spend time with his family. The videos surface. Now, if he had gone into the Monday team meeting, which was scheduled, and said to the team, hey, I'm an idiot. I screwed up. It's on me. I made us look bad. He had a chance to maybe, pull through that and move on to, the next stage of the season. But he canceled the meeting. No explanation. I'm told that he tried to get a player and some assistant coaches to do some of the cleanup, none of which transpired. He may not have leveled with ownership, which is a more serious situation. And then he finally went position group by position group, kind of popped in and gave a story that nobody believed. And so that's why you heard the laughter.
Okay, he might not have been truthful with ownership about what?
The nature of what was seen on the video. And it's possible that he wasn't truthful with ownership as to whether he had addressed the players and handled the issue. I'm told that he may have portrayed to ownership that he did do that when, in fact, as I said, there was no team meeting.
Why not just fire him?
I think two things. If you're Shad Khan, you went way out on a limb to make this move and make a big splash, and you have a lot invested in it, not just financially, which I'm sure he can afford. Easy for me to say, but emotionally and in terms of your own capital. So I think there's a sense like we'd love not to give up on this. And then the other reason is just you're probably mad at the way things are going, and the thought of just giving him a buyout is infuriating. Now, could you fire him for cause? I think, it would be irresponsible if they're not having those discussions, at least internally, and possibly with the NFL in terms of contract language and what, could you actually get away with firing for cause? And all of that, Dan, could just be, hey, maybe let's get to a settlement situation. So it could go that way where both sides want to end it and they settle on a number in the middle. It could be that Shad Khan gets so fed up that he fires him and pays the money. It could be that Urban quits on his own and walks away from the money. That seems unlikely. Or it could be that they just go on, try to get past it, and hope they can actually do something they haven't done in more than a year, and that's win a football game.
Is it sustainable, though? Is his tenure sustainable?
It's the biggest issue for me is if the players are openly laughing at him, right? So the NFL is not college football. These are not young men with dreams of getting paid who you can control and manipulate. This is, these are alphas for the most part, guys who have funneled through an incredibly narrow funnel to get to the highest level. And they crave honesty, even when it's what they don't want to hear. And so he needs to start convincing them that he is sincere and honest. And is that salvageable? I don't know. I mean, Dan, I've known you a long time. I feel like you could do that because I know you and I know you are a sincere person and you call it like you see it. My sense of Urban, who I don't know very well, is that he might not be wired that way.